Hi everyone, it's Mary and welcome back to Mary of Patrice Art. So what I have going on here with my canvas is I've got a 12 by 12 canvas. I went ahead and primed it with some white gesso and let that dry. And then I went ahead and I marked out my horizon line at 6 inches, half of what the canvas is. And then I went ahead and I blocked out my different perspectives of what shapes I saw in the photograph and how I wanted to lay things out, just to kind of keep things in perspective. So with that said, your sketch might look different from mine, and that is completely okay. I went ahead and I sketched this about maybe 7 to 8 times before I was really happy with what I did. And it was over the course of a couple of days. I took some time to think about it. What did I want to include? What would be some things that weren't helpful in the photograph as far as if you were to see it in a painting. So I kind of even mapped out my pros and cons. So with that said, this is more of an intermediate landscape painting. So I would just say, if it was me in someone else's position in their beginner, is ultimately just do your best. If something is not working for you, that's okay. You can omit it. It's completely fine. Here I have that the sky is completed. Now I just want to talk about it briefly. It is wet right now, so the glossiness will go down once it dries. And then with the blue that's in here, what I did is I took my filbert brush that's right here, and the gray that I already have a mixture, I did a touch, just a little touch of the phthalo blue. And then I went up to my sky while it's still wet and just used medium pressure and went from left to right, just one direction. And then below that, I went from left to right in one direction. And again, keeping that medium pressure so that it almost looks like the blue sky is trying to break through. So it's not so dull in the background. All right, now what I have here is I went ahead and I completed, once the sky was all dry, I went ahead and I completed my landform. And all you need to do for that is just to remember, either if you're going to make a hill, you might have some smoother lines. But for me, I just decided to put in something that just kind of looked like what I would think would be in that background. And so I just went ahead and outlined the rigidness of my landform, mountain landform. And then I went ahead and just did the light gray, straight gray, no blue, just straight gray here. And just kind of, worked with where my light source is coming from. So now this next part here, I just want to show you what I've gone and done to lay out before I put the trees in. I went in with a mixture of just some of my brown here, my raw umber, and then some of my mixture of my green, my darker green, and you'll see I'm using a square 1/4 inch brush, okay, very versatile, okay, and then you just kind of make a variation and cover up that white part there, because when you lay down the trees and people see background in your painting, and as you'll see, as you don't even reload right away, you'll just see, oh, okay, there's a variation here and here and here. So that you don't have that white spot, and you can go a little bit underneath here, because then there's going to be more laying down here, but you just, okay, now for the rock here, I'm going to take my painting knife, and I'm going to start off with a marble here, adjust some of that, and I'm going to hold it so that I'm mixing it so that it's uneven. I'm going to take some of this yellow green here and add that in, okay? And I'm just going to take some of it, just like that, just some of it, okay? And then we're just going to go, we're going to start from the left part and leave the dark part, okay? Because you know that the light source is coming from here. That's why I have the highlights. We'll have the highlights over here in here. Okay. Then you're just going to say, okay, well, where might my light shadows be? And okay, because we're going to go ahead and let these dry. Once that's dry, we'll go ahead and we will block in the water, the waterfalls. It's okay up here that it's covered up, but this is kind of what it looks like completed of, you know, what would be my idea. Okay, let me show you what I've done here. I went ahead and layered with a mixture of white and blue on top of the phthalo blue, and then I put a thicker white, titanium white on top. Now, as far as for the shadow, I want to show you here, it's just kind of a mixture of a bluish gray. So you'll mix in some titanium white, some carbon black, and some phthalo blue, and a little bit of your slow dry so that you have time to kind of decide where you want to put that shadow. And then moving forward, you're just going to go in one direction. Boom. Like if you want to make a wave, some kind of movement, not wave per se, but like almost like seeing movement in the water. So I stand corrected. Now, I have the shadow here, and I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do is because the light source is over here, I'm going to have just a little bit of a shadow, like so. Okay. And then the same thing with where I have a little bit of light source here. You're going to have a shadow, Okay. I already have completed here the one waterfall, and I'm going to show you how to achieve it. Now, you could either go in with a small fan brush or a large fan brush. I'm going to go in with my number 4 Royal Atlantical. You can use any size fan brush that you would like, depending on how big you want your waterfall to be. But the technique and just how you layer your brush is important. So I'm just going to show you here on my palette, okay? You're going to pull it down. This is just with light pressure, okay? Now I have my titanium white that I added with a little bit of the Liquitex. Again, if you can find something in another brand, that's just fine. But then when you go over here, okay, you're at this point right here, I'm going to start at. Between here and here is where I'm going to have my waterfall. And I went ahead and I had already blocked in my shadow part, so I know where I was going to be. So you're going to take this right part here, okay? That's going to be where your direction starts. And then when you get to like, maybe like, for example, that's your center point, you're going to then apply it down with both sides and then light pressure. And I cannot say that enough. Light pressure to get that beautiful effect of the waterfall. Okay, so again, I'm going to start here, and then once I get to that center, I'm going to come down. Now it might not come out just right on the first time. That's okay. I can directly go over that because I just want to put that in there, and then there we go, and then pull, and then pull. And then I might even go over here just to finish that out. Okay, I went ahead and I completed the other 2 rocks here just to show you kind of a demonstration of the texture that you might want to have on your rocks. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your diamond painting knife, okay? And you're going to make a marble mixture of that blue-gray mixture. If you have that left over, that's the phthalo blue, the carbon black, and the titanium white. And you're going to go in with some transparent burnt sienna and also some straight titanium white, and then another touch of that carbon black. See how it all messy and mixed up? That's beautiful because you see those things and you want to add some texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a small part from the top of my knife, just like that, okay? And then I'm going to sculpt out how I might see my rock. I just want to say thank you for tuning in to Mary Patrice Art today. And just, I hope that you have a great day wherever you are. And if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything new. Take care.